So for a team that only made one free transfer in the summer, things are going very, very well at the start of this season, almost too well. Welcome back to Buxton 2.0. Yes, welcome back everyone to Buxton 2.0. I may have told a slight little fib in the intro. We have made a couple more signings since our last year. But first of all, let's talk about outgoings. Gary McKay has gone out on loan to Northwich, Todd Alcock on loan to Doncaster, Jacob Bloxham and Andrew Walsh have also gone to Northwich. But Ethan Wheatley has once again left the club. He's gone to Hartlepool for £55,000, potentially rising to £69,000. He had become a backup player for us this season. But still obviously attracting interest, only 25 years old as well. He only played that one game for us this season, 24 last season, scoring 4. Never quite hit the heights that he did do in our first couple of years at the club, but we managed to gain £68,000 for him over the course of his career. Had him twice on a free transfer as well, so decent bit of business there, and you never know, maybe he's going to come back to us some point. You can see he's already scored a goal in 3 sub appearances for Hartlepool in League One as well. So best of luck to Mr. Wheatley. We have signed out 2 loanees, one from Wigan. Elijah Harrison is a goalkeeper we brought in on loan. He is a very, very good goalkeeper, just a bit better than Hilson and Murray Jones. So he's come in as number 1 goalkeeper for us. And finally, from our parent club, Manchester City, Rudy Farquharson on loan, who is a left back as well. And, Finley, very, very good left back. But I saw this guy was available from our parent club. And we've just decided, just bring him in as a first choice left wing back. Basically incredible passing, solid attributes all around. It needs a bit of work on his first touch, his work rate, a couple other things, but he's solid player, and we're passing at 17. I just saw him as a wonderful one for the future. 18 years old, free loanee. And then finally, you may recognise his name as well, Jake Williamson, formerly of Buxton. I mentioned that we had him on trial. We have finally managed to get his contract demands down now, brought him back in. Of course, we signed him on a free. He went to Preston for £65,000. He has been released without playing a league game for them, and we've signed him back again. You can see he's played 9 games since coming back, 1 assist, good average rating as well. So yeah, a couple more additions to the team, and like I say, we've been wonderful since we were last here. We did lose to Boston in the first game after that cup defeat. Bryant and Watson's going for them, Edworthy's going for us, before a 0-0 draw with Chester. But then just a sea of greens. We beat Colchester 1-0, Port Vale 1-0 in the EFL Trophy, Bradford City 3-2, Gillingham 4-0, Boreham Wood and Forest Green 2-1 each, 2-0 over Port Vale, 5-2 over Stoke under 21s, 2-0 over Cheltenham, 3-1 over Cambridge. You can see there all your scorers. I'm not going to go through them all, but Sam Bell has sort of hit a lot of form as well. He had quite a run of games without scoring. I think he got to 10 games before he scored, but he's certainly catching up on that as well. Wonderful run of games, took us to the top of the league. We then did lose to Carlisle, Bell and Hugo scoring for us, but Kamara scoring for them. And that took us to second on goal difference. 1-1 draw with Salford. Hugo put his head before Pond equalised. We beat Mansfield 2-0, Dixon and Hugo scoring, but last time out we was destroyed by Oxford 3-0. A bit more of a rotated team, fitness starting to become an issue there. But we currently sit in 4th place in the league, 4 points off the top, 1 point behind the automatic promotion places. It's been a very, very good start to the season for us. Southend, Grimsby and Carlisle teams above us. Today we're playing Stevenage, who are bottom of the league. You should beat them. And then having to Waterlooville in the FA Cup first round, who are in the division below us and struggling. Bottom of their league. We should beat them comfortably as well. But with me in charge, it's never quite that simple, is it? The EFL Trophy, we have qualified for the next round as well, despite both games being played with a completely rotated team. We have managed to get through to the next round, so there might be some of that, depending on how far we go in that. But today, it's just about getting 3 points in the league and getting through to the next round of the FA Cup. And the team that we're going with, as long as it has saved that, brilliant. Ed Worthy has picked up an injury, he's going to be out for 4 weeks with twisted ankle. Murray Jones just returning from an injury as well. But a couple of other players you can see not quite fully fit. So Harrison is in goal, Lewell, Hewlett, Lucky and Finlay the back four, Collier, Williamson and O'Brien in midfield, with Dixon, Wormleeton and Hugel as the strike force. And Wormleeton, considering he's not particularly great as a false nine, we are training him there. But he's had a decent season so far. 2 in the EFL Trophy, obviously. From 2 appearances, obviously that's the Papa John Trophy. He scored 1 in the league as well. So 3 goals from 7 appearances, 3 of them being sub appearances. He's not a bad return at all for what is a bit part player. And hopefully he can show it again today. He's actually been putting in some good performances as well. It's quite nice to have that little back up the bell after losing Linares, who I think this season would have had a wonderful performance had he had the chance, but yeah, sadly he did move on. For some reason we're playing in the pink kit at home, which I don't quite get. We're going to attempt to get revenge over Stevenage. Don't remember what happened last time we played Stevenage, but we're going to get revenge anyway. I don't mind too much playing in the pink kit. If you know me, you know I love a pink football kit. I really do love a pink football kit. But that is what we are playing in today at home against Stevenage, who play in red. I don't know either. But it's not for me to decide. It's for the game to decide. Hopefully it doesn't have too much of an impact in terms of being able to recognise which player is which. I do wish I had the option of picking kits between games. Especially, yeah, I mean, it is a relative difference in this one, but some of them are so, difficult to notice. Lucky to Hewlett into O'Brien, Williamson, Dixon hits one, clips the bar and goes out. And we will switch back to... Was it sideline camera that we used? I've been trying to find some different angles that I prefer. Everyone uses sort of director or TV. I kind of want to go with vertical scrolling, but we'll leave on the sideline one. Here we have a free kick to defend from Stevenage. Eccles to take. And Harrison has to push it wide for a corner ball. Hasn't been the best start from us at all. I praise Wormleeton. He's not having a great performance at all. Neither is Finlay left back. Corner comes in. Headed clear. Hugel isn't going to get there. Back out to Marwood. And back in once again from Marwood. Finlay heads clear this time. Townsend West can put it back in, but that's the end of that highlight. And just one shot apiece at half time. I'm going to tell them it's absolutely unacceptable. We're not going to make any changes at this point. We will send them back out there. Southend are currently beating Salford 1-0, of course, a team that are up at the top of the league. We have a free kick. Collier to deliver towards the back post. Lucky's header clips the bar and goes out. And that's the second time in this game we've hit the woodwork. Arm in with the ball forward. Finlay takes a bit of a flashy touch in his own area. I mean, I'm all for a bit of showboating, but that is not really the place to do it. And now he's given the ball away. Marwood to Eccles, and then Drucci flicks the header on. But Lucky will come across. Look downfield to Williamson, who flicks it on for Dixon, who can't quite beat his man, but wins it back off Hartwell. Needs some support now. There's a man in the centre. It goes back to Lowell. Williamson to Dixon. Can he put the ball across? He's fouled. It's a penalty. It's a penalty to Buxton. I can't remember who our penalty taker is. It's Hugel. Come on, it's 1-0. And probably haven't deserved this. Really, we haven't been fantastic. Chucks it into the bottom corner. Keeper goes the right way. Almost gets a hand to it. But it is 1-0, and with half an hour to go, changes are going to be made. Collier is going to come off for Blazic. When Leacham can come off a bell, we'll bring on Lowe for Lowell, Feeney for Hewlett, and let's bring on Rowe for O'Brien as well. So, 5 changes made, half an hour to play, and a 1-goal advantage to hold on to. And I mean, things just sort of ticking away at the moment, which we don't mind too much about at all. But all it takes is that one chance for Stevenage to get back into this game. Southend are winning, as we mentioned. Mansfield are 1-1 with Chester. 5 minutes to go. We haven't had the highlights since the penalty. 4 additional minutes. Griffiths has gone off injured for them. So they are playing with a man down. And it's not the most entertaining game in the world. I'll hold my hands up and admit that. But it's a win. It's a win. And as we just said to them, despite not being at our best, it's 3 points. And I mean, this season is just so different to last season. You can see we've gone above Carlisle, who didn't play today. So they have a game in hand over us. As of Grimsby, we've gone level with them as well. Obviously, Southend winning. We're 4 points behind Southend at the moment. They also scored with a penalty and a 1-0 win. But yeah, like I say, things are looking pretty good for us at this moment in time. And for a couple of games now at least, we can stop focusing on the league. We've got a couple of cup games. Blazic, that was his 275th league appearance for Buxton as well. Cracking player. He's one of my favourite players since we first brought him in. 275 league appearances, 24 years old, club captain. It's just a shame we can't get him into the team a bit more. He's not obviously the best player in the world, but he's a wonderful squad player. And one that I would very much like to keep taking up the leagues with us if possible. But we're going to flash forward to the FA Cup game and see if we can get into the second round. Rotated team for this second game of the episode in the FA Cup. Wilson is in goal, Lowe, Finley, Lucky and Norris at the back 4. Blazic, Rowe and Doyle in midfield. Dixon, Wormleton and Stewart are the front 3. Obviously 9 subs available on the bench for this FA Cup game against a struggling Haverton Waterlooville side who, in theory, we should beat comfortably even with this rotated side. This is a side that's won both games in the Pizza Trophy so far, so we know they're a good team. What do we say to them here? Stick to plan, stay patient, we'll be fine. I think it's probably the right thing to say, because Haverton Waterlooville are of course going to try and frustrate us in this game. They're going to make it as difficult as they possibly can for us, you would imagine at least. You can see they're in a 4-3-3 formation. They've only won 1 of the last 5. It's not going to be as straightforward, I think, as some people would believe. It's a cup game. All it takes is a free goal. That's all you need. And, there's an upset. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen. We need to make sure we play smart and stay switched on for all of the game. Make the most of our chances. If we can get 1 or 2, then, we probably will go on and score 4, 5. But it's just getting that opening breakthrough, withstanding any storm that comes back at us. His Rowe, Blazic, out for Lowe. Pulls it back to Rowe, and now Blazic once again across to Norris. He may hit one, does hit one over the bar. Decent effort, decent play. First shot of the game as well. We are looking a little bit fitter than them at this particular moment in time. But obviously we do have the squad to be able to rotate as we come towards the last 10 minutes of the first half. We've had 4 shots and a single one on target so far. I'm going to demand more. You can see with the match momentum, we've bossed that first half. But it is still 0-0. And once again, I'm going to tell them it's not good enough. We're not going to make any changes. We're going to send it back out there. Hopefully the same impact that we saw in the last game. Throwing isn't the best there. Thomas to Matalon. He looks forward. But Finley will pick that up. Hopefully take his time. Low now looks forward. Wormleeton can't quite win the header. Rowe can though. Wormleeton out wide. Back to Low. Into the area. Low still going. And Smith pushes over the bar. Corner ball. And I don't know if that goes down as a shot on target, but if it does, that is our first one of the game. Norris to deliver. Towards Lucky's head, flicked on, and Russell clears off the line. I think it may have been just going wide of the post, but you know, he had to make an impact there, and it's a sloppy ball on the edge of the area. We win it back. Did go down as a shot on target, so that is our first one of the game. We really don't want to replay. Obviously, we've still got 40 minutes left of this game, so plenty of time to go. Norris looks forward. Keeper doesn't come. Stewart, Wormleeton, poor finish. But, you know, a mistake there by the goalkeeper. No shots yet for Havant to Waterloo, though. 12 shots, 4 on target for us. And half time, with half an hour to go. Still 0-0, and I think it's time to make some changes now. And he's going to be Bell on. We'll bring Hugel on. We will take off Rowe for O'Brien. Finley for Feeney. Lucky for Hewlett, I think. So, once again, all 5 changes made with half an hour to play. We're going to encourage. We're going to go attacking. Hampton Waterloo Villa just had their first shot of the game, and now they have our first attacking highlight, and they've hit the bar. And as I was saying at the start of the game, all it takes is one chance. Lane pulls it back in, hits low, and Blasic should get rid of. And does. Like I say, we're on to attacking now. 15 minutes to go. We have a corner, Bell to take. Hewlett's header over the bar. We're now going very attacking. And demanding more. It's been a dominant game, but no goal for us. Bell to Doyle. Can we maybe get one here? Hugel has space. Beats his man. Poor ball. Should have kept running really. Smith clears. Blasic brings it down. Feeney now to O'Brien. Bell. Hewlett can spread one to this side, really choose, but instead we're playing through the centre. Acres of space on either wing. And Feeney now does switch it out for Low. Finds a cross towards Dixon. It's over the bar again. We really are struggling to hit the target here. 19 shots, 5 on target. Demand more. 2 additional minutes before we go to a replay, and that is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And annoying more than anything. Very, very annoying. It's an extra game. It was going to be a packed season anyway. But a game that we should have won. Far too many wasted chances. Not happy at all. They got a replay. Lamintore is going on loan to Northwich. And we will come back sort of mid-December time. I don't know when, but somewhere in December is where we'll come back for the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.